Peace, my family, and roll back to all those coming out of that good cocoon for the first time. Welcome. This is your girl, the butterfly. We about to take off. Let's fly. Just want to send you all that good healing energy your way. Peace, love, happiness, harmony, and abundance. Hope you guys are out there keeping your mind right and that good non-mind. How y'all feeling? Hope you guys most definitely moving on up in your higher natures and cleansing. Okay. For sure, cleansing the lows. I came on here today to express family. How y'all feeling today? Again, I hope hope you out here taking care of yourself as much as possible to the best of your ability. Right. For sure. Now, when you're going on this good journey, let me just tell y'all something. This journey is not a game. Oh no. It's not a game. It's raw. It's real. Oh man. It's going to help you see who you really are. It's gonna stretch you. It's gonna expand you and bring the real you to the forefront, whether you like it or not. You see, because once you begin to understand and understand what the Most High says and his messengers, right? Noble prophets, right? Says. Once you begin to understand and understand what the Most High says, once you begin to realize there's a reason why you were created here on this planet, it's the reason why you are here right now. And if you don't know why, your purpose is to get back to the Most High, because guess what? That's everybody's purpose here. Some people know and some people don't, right? In the beginning, when I first started, I didn't know that. It wasn't until I got to the Holy Tablets was when it was clear as day. Why? We are here. And so, that's why it's so much needed for people to get the knowledge in yourselves, get the right knowledge. I call it the treasure because it was a treasure for me on my good journey with them. And I cherish it, right? And I don't take it for granted, right? And it's everything and more that I would ever want, would ever need in my life. Because it's most definitely gonna get your mind right. And that's exactly what I needed in the beginning of my journey. I had to get my mind right. Well, how do you get your mind right? When you begin to study what our Creator and beings help procreate us, we're here to do, what has happened here on this planet, the history behind things, our true story, and renewing our history of what it's really all about. Who are we? When you begin to really see things about this planet and where we are, which is clearly family, because I know sometimes people tend to forget that we are literally on a planet. And when you start speaking about science and outer space and stars and all that type of stuff, right? People tend to think that you're getting spaced out, not realizing that, did you forget Did you forget that we are on a planet, family? And remember, is more to life than what is being shown on the surface, right? It gets way deeper, right? And so once you begin to know more about the planet we live on, which is a part of our science and Wabi, right? Learning more about the science of creation and things that has transpired here as species and who we are and many different other creatures and species all over this planet, who we really are as a nation of people, right? Once we begin to really see things on how we were really supposed to be living our lives, in a sense, based on purity, right? Cleansing ourselves and taking care of, nature and ourselves, right? The planet, right? Taking care, right? Of what we were given, allotted, right? One moment. One moment. And so, once you begin to see that knowing your true history, your true stories of what has happened to us as a people matters, you begin to pick up on what is happening right now, right? Because it's all happening all over again, right? And we have to understand that we have to learn how to break the cycle, right? Well, how are you going to know how to break the cycle if you don't know what has happened to us with facts and science only, not opinions, just facts and science only, right? About the things that has transpired here on this planet. It matters. And so ultimately, it'll help us in these days and time in the state that we're in today, right? And it's a part of growing up, right? Once you begin to really put childish things away, once you begin to really see yourself for who you are, and again, once you figure out your purpose is to get back to the Most High, right? It's a whole game changer, right? When you actually realize that, right? How do you get back, right? And ultimately, it's about listening to what the Most High says. His word, right? What did he tell you to do, right? How did he tell you to live your life, right? It's our way of life, right? It's the way out of here, right? We have to understand that living your life the way you're supposed to live it in the eyes of the Most High is the most important, and that's the only way you're supposed to live your life. You see, we get twisted with the free will part of it, because yes, we have choices to choose not to, right? But again, family, those choices right there is very detrimental to you on this path, on what we call reality, right? Because once you tap into reality and see things for what they really are, all of that other stuff and what we think we want to do and what we want and what we need in this world and these pleasures in the material plane of existence and all these things that's here to actually trap your soul here in this realm, right? Is useless, right? When you get down to the true focus of reason why you're here and what you must do to get to the next higher realm, right? It's things that you must know. And again, it goes back to you must know the truth, right? That's how you make yourself free. You gotta know and then apply it to your life, right? It's two things you must do. And to me, and this is just my journey, right? Is two paths. It's the path of self-destruction and the path toward eternal life, right? The living water, right? And it's really important that's just to keep it simple, right? And ultimately, what you're gonna need, right, is the right knowledge, the right wisdom, the right understanding, that leads to sound right reasoning, that right knowledge to get your mind right and raise your consciousness levels up, right? So you can understand what's going on around here. And you can begin to really see things where they are, getting your ego aside, right? Your emotions aside and your opinions aside, right? Getting outside of what you think that it is, right? Because once you really have an open mind about things and really say, let's check it out. What is being told here? What is going on here? Now, you may not think at first that this stuff is really real for some people, right? But let me just tell you, the Most High has ways of showing you through time and along your journey, and sincerity and trust and being honest with yourself about seeing that you want to surrender and you want to move in the ways of the Most High, right? Through time, He'll show you things, build you up. And once you begin to talk, right, to the Most High, He hears you. And, our guardian angels are all around us, right? They hear you. You're recording. They know, right? And they're here to help, right? And so we have to understand that we got to also get in position where we need to help ourselves and also listen to the message and the messengers that come down here to help us get toward where the Most High wants us to be, right? Paradise, right? Where the people realize if that actually exists or not. I know that it does. The Most High has shown me things on my journey. I may share at another time. But I will just say that it's all about putting your trust in our Creator who has created you. Question I always say, did you create yourself? All these beings here on this planet, did you create this planet? Right? People are still questioning things about it to this day. Still questioning, like, they're still dumbfounded on things that should tell you a lot about that a lot of people really just don't know. They're just questioning. They don't know. Right? Don't you want to know what has happened? Right? Because again, it's a certain way you're supposed to move in this realm. And that's why the Most High sent commandments and laws. And how you're supposed to be moving. Because again, once you begin to break the laws, that's when life gets really hard for some. And that's why I say that we create our heavens and hells here, right? From within, in our experiences that we have due to what we do. And I'm speaking about myself as well, right? You create that with our thoughts, words, intentions, and actions. It all is interconnected. Once you begin to line them up and start moving in a sense where you start to slow down and see how you move, because nowadays, it's all fast paced, everybody's on the go. Sometimes you don't even think about half the stuff that you do each and every day and why you do it. It's about slowing down and making a decision and a plan to decide each and every day how I'm going to maneuver. How I'm going to maneuver each day, each new day that you are allotted. That is much gratitude. That is the gratitude, the breath of life allotted each and every day to give you a chance each and every day to correct yourselves in the way that you should and clean more of your plate off and not make it so heavy, right? With all the things that we are tempted in by this world that is so far from the truth, right? What are we tempted with? It's a whole web of list of things. Foods, people, places, things to do, hold on one moment.